Byron Lambert from RosterWatch.com on the ground here at Tampa Bay Buccaneers training camp. Just took in a full-speed practice in pads. You can tell the team is trying to get this offense up to speed. They were running a ton of 11-on-11s, lots of 7-on-7s today. And I got to tell you, Tom Brady's arm sure does look pretty damn good to me. I saw him last year up in New England at Patriots camp, and I see a player that's rejuvenated in Brady. I see a player that's in control. He was disseminating the ball to all of his talented wide receivers without issue, and pass catchers today. It certainly looks like it's going to be a very, very competitive team here in Tampa. And look, when you're talking about the pass catchers, it's difficult to deny that O.J. Howard was the tight end getting the vast majority of the targets with Brady, with the first team today. I think what we're seeing is a role for Gronk probably shaping up more as a specialist this year, a third down guy, a red zone guy. He looks slimmed down. He still looks like he can definitely make some plays that we're used to out of Gronkowski. But the insiders are telling me they'd put the over-under at, 6, maybe 700 yards and 8 touchdowns for Gronk this year. So that's something we'll have to take into consideration moving forward. And then, of course, everybody wants to know about the running backs, the backfield here in Tampa. I mean, Ronald Jones has clearly created a lot of separation between him and the rest of the guys when it comes to the snaps, the reps he's getting with the first team with Brady. I mean, he got 98, 99% of the first team snaps today, and I mean, he looks pretty good. Ronald Jones, I mean, a guy we've scouted since coming out of USC. He's definitely bulked up a little bit. He looks very sturdy. He's never going to look like a natural pass catcher, but I think we got to look at the bottom line when it comes to Ronald Jones, and the fact is he caught just about everything that came his way today. He did have one bad drop in red zone drills today, so of course that's a little bit of a concern, but at the end of the day, I think we see a situation pretty clearly shaping up here where Ronald Jones is going to come out of the starting blocks this year as a 15 to 20 touch per game guy. So I prefer to draft him as an RB3, as I think in the end that's probably where his role will devolve to, but you could certainly make a case that in this prolific offense, Ronald Jones is going to have RB2 chops at the outset of the season. You talk about the rest of the group. I mean, it's certainly going to be a running back by committee here. I mean, all the guys are going to get some run. I mean, Shady McCoy, I think it's what we saw in Kansas City last year. He's got that, still got that kind of quick pitter-patter to his feet that makes him look faster than maybe he is, but you could tell the feet aren't that quick. You could tell the lateral agility's gone a little bit, and just the juice after contact isn't there the way it used to be with LaShawn McCoy. He's a guy also, as we're accustomed to with him, looking to bounce it to the outside. What I saw with Ronald Jones was a sturdier player up through the middle of the offensive line that, maybe didn't have the first step quickness I was hoping for, but certainly was pretty nifty after contact and made some pretty big plays today. And then, I know everybody's wondering about the rookie Keyshawn Vaughn, obviously a player we've been very high on throughout the draft process. I thought he checked the most important box today for a rookie. He looked like he belonged out here. I mean, that's the thing you're never quite sure of, even when you evaluate these guys through the draft process, until you get out here, see them live, and full pads, going full speed with other big-time NFL players, and you could tell that Vaughn is still learning and he's still coming along, but he definitely looks like he belongs. He's a very willing pass protector. He caught the ball pretty well, showed off the hands, and I think you can make the argument that right off the bat, he's got the best feet, the quickest feet of any of the running backs here, and certainly showed the ability to make some yards after contact as well, something we'd seen so much out of Vaughn at Vanderbilt. So I think he's looking good, but to be realistic, I'd say Vaughn is maybe a couple touches a game, maybe 5 touches a game early at the very first couple games of the season. I could see his role grow to 5, 8, maybe 10 touches a game as things go, and then, at the end of the day, it's my belief the Bucs think that they have 2 good young running backs in Vaughn and Ronald Jones. They'll probably both be playing. I think best case scenario for Vaughn this year is that as the season progresses, he's able to turn this into maybe a 60-40 or 50-50 time split. So even if that happens, I think Vaughn's upside this year is maybe by the end of the season 12, 15 touches a game, which is going to make him a flex play in this, again, what could be a prolific offense. So I think just getting a little bit of a reality check there. And, I would expect that Ronald Jones, as we go, like I said, I think he'll be 15 to 20 touches out of the box this year. But, if things go the way we expect, I expect him to, when it's all said and done, be more of a 15-touch per game guy in the season, which is why I like drafting him as an RB3 or as a flex. But, of course, his ADP is rising right now, and for those of you getting in a bind in the middle rounds of your draft, you need a guy to go to. Certainly think Ronald Jones is going to be a safe option early in the season.